Wrestling style looks professional in this tool sets and a match by finish.
Man, yeah, it's pretty cold today, do I have to say. Now I did, in the end, get the Adidas Adizero Evo SL here, even though I said I wasn't going to bother with this shoe. In the end, curiosity did get the best of me here, and boy, I do have to say, this might be the best shoe I've tried all year. Yeah, so in my size 40, this comes in at 198 grams, which is basically identical to the Alphafly, and also compares very, very well to shoes like the Rebel 4 and the Hoka Max 6 and the Pegasus Plus. Yeah, running in this, this sort of lightweight feeling this has is sort of one of the overwhelming sensations you get in this. It just feels very, very kind of nimble underfoot. Just this kind of rocker is just perfect. Like, it's not too aggressive, but really feels like it sort of keeps it ticking over and really encourages this kind of fast turnover. Yeah, though you do sort of notice that this is not like the Pegasus Plus, a shoe that kind of disappears underfoot. You notice that this has a higher stack height than that. Yeah, one thing I've been sort of pleasantly surprised by actually is the fit of this shoe, as if you've ever run in an Adidas Adizero shoe, they tend to be very, very narrow, and this one, well, this one's actually quite accommodating and very, very pleasant on foot, plus has a very nice and soft kind of upper material, but just strikes this really nice balance, you know, of comfort and still has the breathability to it. So this is, of course, full Light Strike Pro foam with no plates or rods or anything, but you do sort of notice that this is a relatively stiff shoe, just sort of has a little bit of a flex point in the forefoot, and yeah, this foam just feels absolutely amazing. Like, yes, it is quite soft underfoot, and you do sort of notice it walking around, but when you start running in this, just has this really nice kind of spring back. Yeah, you know, I think one of the main sort of things with this shoe, and one of the reasons this shoe works so well is, well, as I've pointed out, number one, the foam, but number two is just this rocker profile, which this carries over from the Evo 1, of course, but it just has this kind of curve that is, for me, just in the exact right spot, and just with every step you take, you sort of feel like you're tipping off the edge of a stair, but not in a super aggressive and sort of uncomfortable way like the Endorphin Elite can be sometimes. It's more this kind of gentle kind of nod forwards. And another thing I want to point out is that Adidas has done well here not to go with the trend of making this a ridiculously wide base underfoot. So at this point, I almost feel like I'm kind of struggling to even find something negative about this. And well, if I had to nitpick something, then it's this tongue here. And this is not gusseted. Normally this is something I don't really care about at all. But I'll just want to point this out here. This part here sort of likes to fold in on itself when you put the shoe on. And just a bit finicky, sort of. It's just a very, very minor kind of flaw on an upper that is otherwise pretty much perfect. Wow, what a fun ride this is. It's just incredible. I have to say, yeah, it's been a very, very long time, if ever, that I've had this much fun in a non-plated shoe. Yeah, you know, it just has this kind of feeling where you're kind of tipped forward in a way, but not in a crazy aggressive way. Yeah, it really is very, very cold today, and I did try to wear the singlet, but it's -2 degrees and it just wasn't possible today. Yeah, I also think that this is a shoe that will work for a lot of people, as you know, it's soft and cushioned, but it's not squishy or kind of mushy underfoot. And also, yes, it feels nippy and fairly aggressive, but is not unstable and doesn't feel like it's sort of too aggressive and requires a certain pace to run at. I think this is a very, very versatile shoe, and ooh. Yeah, you know, this review or this video just almost feels a bit boring to me, as there's basically nothing negative I can say about this shoe at all, really. Oh man, it's getting so cold right now. I don't know how much longer I can go. Yeah, I have to move the rest of this review inside here. It's just, my face is frozen and I can't talk anymore. With the Evo SL here, I just have to say I am so glad that I picked this up, and I do not regret chasing after this at all. Yeah, this shoe just feels absolutely incredible underfoot. It is, I mean, this is a very, very light shoe and has a very, very responsive foam, but does not have the all-out kind of aggressiveness of a plated shoe. I think you can use this for a lot of your training, and it's very, very versatile. And yeah, sorry once again that I couldn't really talk properly in this one, but it really is very, very cold today. And yeah, I hope you found this interesting and somewhat useful, and like and subscribe, and see you on the next one.
Terminus. Merci de bien vouloir descendre du train et à
Son bello
Dimensional personal zusammenarbeit unter DB bitte ist Travel Confirmation. I kindly ask to contact video.
Non so, io proprio